The story is set in Tokyo, and our lead character is cute little girl Shizuku. Mom is doing her master's or PhD, I think so, and she is busy with her studies. And her dad works at the library. And our dear Shizuku is a voracious book reader, mostly fairy tales. But given a choice, she would leave her studies and just read all day and night. So, yes, this family loves books, as we can clearly see. Now, Shizuku checks out lot of books from the library, and she has been noticing a common name in all the checkout cards, Seiji Amasawa, and she's really curious to know who this person is. This is Shizuku's best friend Yuko, and in this scene, Shizuku, who is not only an avid reader but a very creative writer. So she shows Yuko her version of Country Road song. It's really hilarious and very catchy too. Then here Yuko tells Shizuku that she got a love letter from a guy, but incidentally she has a crush on a different guy. Who is this one? Sujimura, who is apparently a childhood friend of Shizuku. So now Yuko is confused if she should give the boy a chance who wrote her a love letter, or she should overcome the awkwardness and tell Sujimura how she really feels about him. Meanwhile, our dearest Shizuku forgot her diary in the park, and when she returns to collect it, she finds this guy reading her book when he recites a line from the poem. Shizuku obviously does not like it. Here Shizuku is sitting in a train carrying her dad's lunchbox, and she meets a strange looking cat who is all by himself. Coincidentally, both get out at the same station, and now she is curious where the cat lives and follows him. She finally finds the cat walking into the strange looking antique shop. Here she finds a very mysterious looking cat statue, and for a moment she thinks it's the same cat she was following, but it's not. Shizuku loves fairy tales and always looks forward to an exciting adventure. Then she meets the owner of the shop, who welcomes her and encourages her to visit the shop whenever she feels like. Now she is on her way to the library, but guess what? She forgot her dad's lunch at the shop. And guess again who found it? That diary reader, who now makes fun that Shizuku probably eats a lot because her lunch bag is too heavy. Obviously, she doesn't like that a bit. Shizuku has a mischievous side too. She tries to set up Yuko with Sujimura, which obviously Yuko doesn't appreciate at all. Cheeky of her. Yuko looks distressed because in school, Sujimura approached Yuko and asked her not to decline his friend's offer, who had previously written the love letter, and to give him a chance, which obviously made Yuko very upset since it was coming from Sujimura himself. Shizuku consoles Yuko and explains that Sujimura does not know about Yuko's feeling towards him and that he's just too dense. So next day during the school test, which Yuko misses, Shizuku leaves no chance to make Sujimura feel that she is cross with him. And obviously Sujimura hasn't got any clue on what's going on. So Sujimura is now desperate to know what did he do wrong. So our girl explains everything, which kinda surprises Sujimura and put him in a dilemma because he declares he loves Shizuku. What? Yep, our girl is completely taken aback. But apparently he loved her for ages but never ever had the courage to express his true feelings. Now that it's finally out, Sujimura demands to know what Shizuku feels about him. To which Shizuku explains that they just remain friends. Yep, it's a sad day for these kids. Anyway, in order to recover from all this tension, our Shizuku decides to visit the antique shop, but it's closed. So she waits outside with the cat, and guess who arrives? Our diary reader. Apparently, the diary reader is the grandson of the shop owner, so he offers to show the place around, and also the cat statue which Shizuku is particularly fond of. So our diary reader lets Shizuku admire the cat statue as much as she wanted while he went downstairs. After admiring the statue to her heart's content, Shizuku goes downstairs to check on the grandson, and she learns that he makes beautiful violins. Shizuku is absolutely fascinated with his work. She begs the grandson to play the violin, to which he puts a condition that she would have to sing along. So here he is playing the violin beautifully on Country Road Song, which is the theme of the movie, and our girl sings melodiously. Just too cute. Meanwhile, the shop owner returns along with his few of his friends and they join the music band. Overall, a very wholesome scene. After the song is over, there's a general introduction going on. And here, my friends, Shizuku comes to know that the diary reader's name is actually Seiji Amasawa, whose name keeps appearing in every checkout card in the library books. Till now, Shizuku had assumed his name would be Nishi, which is written outside the shop. Now, our girl is really shocked and all confused and hates that she never knew his full name while he knew hers. Anyway, it doesn't take much time to come out of that cute little awkwardness. So now we say that instead of diary reader, Seiji gives company to Shizuku on her way back home. There is where she learns about Seiji's dedication to become one of the finest violin maker. And he aspires to travel to Italy where you learn from the best of best. Shizuku is super impressed by Seiji and is in awe. Apparently, Seiji is in the same year as Shizuku but in a different class. One day he comes to her class looking for her, and Shizuku's classmates leave no opportunity to tease her and declare that she has a boyfriend. Seiji explains that he is very excited as he got an opportunity to go to Italy and wanted to tell Shizuku about it. Shizuku takes him to the terrace as the classmates will not let them chat in peace. On the terrace, Shizuku congratulates Seiji and tells that she is really very happy for him. It's just that she thought both of them would be going to high school together, and immediately she gets embarrassed. Seiji breaks the awkwardness and reveals that he was fond of Shizuku for a long time. He would follow her in the library, but she never noticed him. So later on, he came up with the idea of checking out every library book so that Shizuku would at least notice his name there. Now both feel sad that finally when they are kind of together, he got this opportunity to go to Italy. Shizuku visits Yuko's place looking for some suggestion. At the end, Shizuku convinces herself that only way she can be deserving partner to Seiji is by following her own passion with equal dedication. And her passion is writing. So, she decides to write a full-on novel. She wants to write a story based on the cat statue who is called the Baron, and she seeks permission from the shop's owner, who of course gives the permission wholeheartedly but on one condition, that he should be the first to read the book. Now Shizuku spends weeks writing her book without sleeping much or eating much. So much so that her grades get really low. There's a tiny confrontation here. Shizuku refuses to tell her parents what she has been up to which her dad first praises her hard work as he had noticed her spending many hours in the library. He then allows her to follow her dreams but cautions her that if anything goes wrong, she will be responsible for that. So our girl spends the next many days finishing her novel till one day she arrives at the shop owner's place, ready with her book. She is really anxious and requests Seiji's grandpa to read it right away while she waited outside. She was too nervous to see his expressions while reading. After having read the book, grandpa comes out and congratulates Shizuku for the wonderful writing. But our girl does not believe and thinks that her writing is not good enough at all. Grandpa also learns that Shizuku was working so hard to prove herself to be equally good as Seiji and that she really likes him. Grandpa draws similarity between Seiji and Shizuku, where both want to follow their own passions and have very high expectations. He convinces Shizuku to keep polishing her writing and that as a first draft her work was very commendable indeed. She finally gets convinced and back home she declares she will now focus on her studies and education and will follow her passion later on. Shizuku probably gets the best sleep of her life, finally kind of knowing what she wants to do next. Next morning she happens to wake up really early in the morning and guess who is under the window? Yes! It's Seiji Amasawa. What? Shizuku obviously cannot believe her eyes. She wasn't expecting him to be back so soon from Italy. Seiji explains that he was asked to work harder and then return to Italy. So he decided to finish his school and then pursue his passion. Just like a girl, Shizuku. Seiji quickly asks Shizuku to hop on the bicycle as he wanted to show her something. Shizuku is thrilled and thinks it's a dream that he is back. They finally reach the point at dawn and witness the spectacular sunrise. At this point, guys, take a moment. Holy cow! Seiji asks Shizuku if she could see herself marrying him in future, where she could be pursuing to be an accomplished writer and he a violin maker. Shizuku 100% says yes and they live happily ever after. Well, that is not shown, but we all know, right? Such a cute, wholesome, romantic story. I just love this kind of story. I actually have recorded a full-on reaction but unfortunately could not upload due to copyright issue. But I hope you guys liked my review / summary, whatever you want to call it. If you enjoyed this video, then please do subscribe and hit the like button. And also please do watch this movie if you haven't already. That was just a summary, so obviously I have skipped many details, so definitely watch this movie. So Whisper of Heart is one of my comfort movie of all time. I'm actually a big fan of Studio Ghibli and Miyazaki-san's work. My Neighbor Totoro is my #1 favorite movie. Then comes Whisper of Heart. I also like others like Spirited Away, Kiki's Delivery Service, Howl's Moving Castle and many more. Some of which I will be reviewing in future, well hopefully. But as my first review video, I chose Whisper of Heart. Hope you guys really enjoy this video. I'm thinking of doing more reviews, not just love stories, but surely movies with happy endings. So till then, take care and bye-bye.